chasing that big bag. Everybody ramming that clutch in the fire. My younger day once on ride for him. He mugging we up and I hope that the...
What's good? It's your boy OTC Bro, and welcome back to Rule Reviews, man. Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Roast, dislike, do the most, man. And we are back with another video. Top 10 convicts who freaked out after getting a life sentence. This is part 2 for me, so I ain't gonna waste no time. It's a pretty long video. Get straight into it, man. Matter of fact, I hope y'all having a good Tuesday afternoon, by the way, too, wherever you at.
Your Honor, just execute me there because I can't get any kind of justice. I'm tired. I'm at the end of my rope.
Convicts are people who are found guilty of crimes, and sometimes these crimes include criminal homicide, murder, aggravated assault, and for some reason these criminals have no problem committing these horrible crimes, but when it's time, you know, when they get caught and it's time...
Old saying goes, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
For sentencing, this is when they start to freak out and seek for forgiveness.
I can't take back what was done. I wish I could. I would give my life for Austin. I loved him a lot.
Austin Smith was completely defenseless. That's a given. But there were other dynamics at work there, including my client.
Well, at this point, it seems too late, doesn't it? How's it going, you guys? I'm Landon Dallasing, and let's get right into this one. This is the top 10 convicts who freaked out after given a life sentence, and this is part 2. If you guys missed part 1, you guys can click right over here. So starting us off, in at number 10...
And I'm menacing the Commonwealth.
Okay, you're in contempt again. You've already been held in... You're in contempt again.
This is a nigga that know it's over. Like, whatever he says after this, it doesn't matter. He can plead, he can cry. He know it's over. Yeah.
We have Leon Montgomery, who is facing a 30-year sentencing for the death of a newborn baby. He was freaking out at the judge, saying he was innocent and he deserves a new trial. Leon was waiting for his new trial for a few years. He finally got it. When he received 30 years, that's when he started to freak out, and the judge gave him an additional 6 months for freaking out in court.
What y'all doing here is wrong to people.
And that'll be 6 months to serve when you finish serving.
No, 6 months. I got 30 years. Everybody here get...
Control yourself. I'm going to remove you from the courtroom.
And you know what? I'm not sure if I believe that the judge should give an additional 6 months for this guy freaking out in court, because this guy's life just flashed before his eyes. He got 30 years. It's really hard to just stand there.
The judicial system in America is messed up. I give this man 6 months. You just gave him 30 years. What is 6 months going to do after 30 years? And he might even get out for good behavior. You know what I'm saying? So 6 months ain't nothing. It's crazy.
And just, you know, take the punishment calmly. I think the judge should have just sentenced him quickly and dismissed him, just send him right to prison right away. But then again, this man committed murder, so why go easy on him? He didn't go easy on the victim, did he?
Again, has shown zero respect for the law, no remorse for killing a child in this case.
Number 9, we have 32-year-old Robert Hodge, who is a father of 3. Well, he appeared in front of a judge and his family while being sentenced for murdering his 3 children. He strangled 2 of them with a belt. One of his kids was just 7 months old. And Robert also tried to kill his wife. I mean, is this real life right now? How do people become so messed up that murder is on their mind? So the clip I'm about to show you guys is from a courtroom in California.
Julie and Lucas are gone.
Robert begged the courts for forgiveness, but luckily the judge said the court does not forgive him and will give him a life sentence if he pleaded guilty, so he pleaded guilty. If he didn't plead guilty, he would have been given the death penalty.
Rob to be a good man before this horrific event. He wanted him to know that we all love him.
Okay, moving into number 8.
I do accept responsibility for what I've done. I know I was in the wrong.
I've seen this one. Yeah, I've seen this one. This was actually on YouTube a while ago.
But I want you all to know that is not me. That is not me. That's not.
So that person freaking out was actually 20-year-old Tories who decided to drive around yelling the N-word, and she was also threatening people with the gun, including children. Well, those acts was enough to charge her with street gang terrorism, so she was sentenced to 15 years behind bars. Hopefully 15 years is enough time to smarten up and realize what she had done.
I forgive you. I forgive all of you. I'm not a minister like this. I do.
All right, moving on to number 7. And this clip is actually of a father freaking out during a sentencing of a convicted killer. Let me tell you guys the backstory. Van Terry is the father you're about to see. He attacked convicted sex offender and murderer Michael Madison in court. And this is after he murdered his daughter Sherelle Terry. This took place in Cleveland, and it's really, really sad. The father was detained, but hopefully he wasn't arrested because this is a very difficult situation to stay contained in, to stay, calm. The father was probably in court during the whole trial, listening to all of the details about how his daughter died.
That nigga flew over the table like WWE SmackDown.
The father was detained, but hopefully he wasn't arrested because this is a very difficult situation to stay contained in, to stay, calm. The father was probably in court during the whole trial, listening to all of the details about how his daughter died. Okay, moving into number 6, we have this young guy who was just given a life sentence for murder. From listening to the court tapes of this guy, it seems like fire was involved with this crime because you can hear the judge talking about burn patterns. Well, at the end of the trial, the judge sentenced this young man to life in prison, and this guy just bursts out crying.
So therefore, I am going to find that charged by individually significant burn pattern.
And of course, he's begging for forgiveness, and then he falls to the ground in total shock. And at number 5, we actually have a judge who freaked out at a convict, and you know what? I couldn't believe it. Professionalism was just thrown out the window.
If this was a death penalty state, you'd be getting the chair.
I'm kind of glad that this judge freaked out. I wish judges act like this more often.
You gutted him like a fish in that apartment, too. You were relentless. You stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed, you stabbed until he was dead.
Times like this, it must be very hard. It must be really tough to be a judge. I couldn't imagine hearing about all these brutal crimes day and night.
Do what you have to do.
I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well.
Well, I guess we know where this judge stands when it comes to the death penalty. And I want to know, where do you guys stand? Do you believe in it? Are you guys against it?
Bro, if you deserve the death penalty, bro, you deserve the death penalty. I like looking at serial killer documentaries, bro, but you wouldn't guess how many serial killers are still alive. You couldn't imagine how many serial killers are still alive to this day. It's crazy. Send me some serial killer shit.
Let me know in the comment section below. At number 4, we have Mr. Jones, who is in court accused of murder. While he was in front of the judge, he decides to act like this.
I don't know, I don't have any idea. I just ask that you answer my questions. Are you currently employed?
I'm really afraid for that officer right next to him. I'm afraid for her life because Mr. Jones thinks he's a vampire and he's about to strike another person. Whatever state this is in, the death penalty exists. This guy's freaking out, but in his own way that I can't even describe.
That state will be Florida.
Do you want to be screened for an attorney?
I don't care.
And you know what? I think this is why you should say no to drugs, kids. Because you would end up like this guy, Vampire Man. A convict launches himself at the victim's family is up next at number 3.
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Clinton?
Nothing, thank you.
We take the thing, look.
First of all, if you're going to do that, as soon as you get up, you got to turn around fast and throw yourself at them. If you're going to do that, you can't turn around, look at the police officer, look at the family, and then lunge like that. You know what I'm saying, bro? You got to do that shit fast. Get up, turn around. You know what I'm saying? Strike.
This courtroom went into chaos in Wisconsin after convict man Andrew launched himself into the audience. The victim's family was sitting in the first two rows. Police officers quickly restrained him. They then tasered him to bring him under control. Andrew was convicted with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide in the death of Greg Peters and his girlfriend Jennifer Lewick, who was actually a police officer.
Go! Taser! 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 Let's go! Go!
A convicted man being pepper sprayed in court is next up on our list at number 2. So for this one, we have a convicted killer who was in front of a judge while getting sentencing. He decided he didn't want to listen to the court's rules. He has his own set of rules in mind, so police officers had to restrain him.
I know that that is something that is reserved for the most serious of cases, and I believe that this case rises.
After restraining the convicted man, he still wasn't cooperating, so the police officer takes out her pepper spray and tries to restrain the convict. You have to watch this. And finally, at number 1, we have a confessed murderer who collapsed in court after an Ohio judge sentenced him to life without parole.
Four defendants serve a term of life without parole. As to count 4, for the offense of attempted murder.
Smith Riley collapsed to the floor.
In the House of Arbitration, mandatory consecutive underlying offenses. All those counts are consecutive to each other. For time served, amount of 3.
Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.
Like I said, if you cannot do the time, do not do the crime, man. Send me more videos like this, man. Let me know which one was your favorite one. And yeah, let me know if y'all been put in some situations like this. You know, some crazy people out there. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with some crazy people, so wouldn't be surprised. But this is Rule Reviews. I'm your boy OTC Ro. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Roast, dislike, do the most, man. I hope y'all having a beautiful day. I'm about to hit y'all with a couple more videos. Then I'm going to see y'all this afternoon. But I will see you when I see you. Gone.